Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back to the What's Up Eddie channel, Divine Therapy Sessions. And of course, I'm the one and only Eddie. So glad to have you guys back. And these are my Divine Therapy Sessions. Hey guys, just a quick message. All right, and so it's like piggybacking off the first video I did this morning. Yeah, man, so like this movie, man, it's just like, it's like reading a book for like the 5th or 6th time, or like watching a movie for the 7th time. You always approach things in a different mind state, right? Because you're continuously evolving. And what I really wanted to tell you guys today is that you guys out there are no different from me. Like, I know people who've known me and seen a huge change in me, right? Where I'm being different. What I'm talking about is different. I'm talking about healing. I'm talking about balancing my life. I'm talking about harmony. I talk about my deepest, darkest secrets. Like, and I say this stuff on a continuous basis, right? And I let out the secrets because I know it's poison at the end of the day, right? If you hold on to a secret and it's killing you on the inside, it's poisonous to you, right? And so people started to notice a difference with me. I have like this glow up, but it's not because of a physical glow up. It's an internal glow up. And what that glow up is that I'm starting to heal my heart. I started to let go of things slowly but surely, of resentments that I have of people that harm me, hurt me, and made me feel certain ways, right? And I realized that me holding on to it, it's killing me. It's not killing the person. It's right. What do they say? It's like hatred, jealousy, pain, all of that stuff manifests itself, and then we try to hurt other people and make other people feel like we feel. And that's the problem of what we have going on earth. And that is called a spiritual sickness, right? Everyone, I don't care who you are, you're spiritual. You're having a spiritual experience. When I watch this movie, The Giver, you guys, oh my God, you guys need to watch it. That movie is us. A lot of the times, like when people hear me talk and they say, oh man, this guy's way too spiritual, or his way of thinking is too out there. No, it's not. I'm having the same experience as you. I'm walking the same green earth. I'm having the same 24 hours as you. Why am I having a difference? It's because I started to approach my life differently. Everyone who's known me knows I was homeless, a drunkard. I was into drugs. I hated my life. I had PTSD from child abuse, PTSD from war, going to Afghanistan. Real life hit me, and it hit me hard, you guys. And I wanted to take my life. How did I get from that to 2 years sobriety, to living in a place where I get up and I can look myself in the mirror, where I'm continuously letting go of lies, stealing, cheating, hurting people. I make amends when making amends is needed. I do things now that I couldn't even think about doing before because I was so into my ego, so inflated with pride, ego, anger, lust. So what I'm telling you guys is the only difference is I declared spirituality in my life. I started to recognize that I'm a spiritual being. I'm having a spiritual experience in the vessel, in my body, right? Before, I was trapped in my mind, in my own man-built prison in the mind. And I woke up every day and I hated life, and I would declare it with my words. Man, what the hell am I doing today? Oh, what is the world, man? I go to work, I bust my back or bust my ass, and then I get back home. My girl doesn't like me. And I just feel like I'm getting used by that person. And then what do I want? What's left for me in that life? I want to take a drink. I want the tequila to go rushing through my veins so I don't feel the world. That's not life. That's me trying to survive. And that's me trying to self-medicate, right? And so what changed in my mind is the fact of I can't do this anymore. But how I got there, how I started to change is I had a near-death experience. Multiple of those, you guys. Multiple trips to the psych ward. Multiple trips because my thinking was so bad and so out there because I was so hopped up on different chemicals, right? And I don't say this stuff to make myself look bad. I'm saying it to you guys because this is where things can go. This is where it leads. Now, some of you may not go down that road. Maybe you're just medicating and you're able to get through life. I've seen people do it, but they're literally miserable inside, and they're not ever taking a look at themselves, and they're attracting that around them all the time. See, the issue, and so this is why I tell you guys, you're not going to know at all and that you're going through this until you wake up. That's what a spiritual awakening is. You start looking at yourself and the world around you differently. You start to realize, wait a minute, why am I doing what I'm doing? This doesn't make any sense. Like, why am I waking up? Okay, so I'm going to give you a very personal detail. So, because I still struggle with it these days, right? Okay, so when you have a spiritual experience, you start letting go of a lot of things. For me, it was alcohol. Started with alcohol because that was the most damaging thing in my life. Alcohol and drugs. And then I took away smoking. And then I took away my eating habits. And then I took away, so I've taken a bout of celibacy. So I'm no longer mixing my energy with other people in a sexual manner, right? And so from there, then it was self-pleasure, right? You know what that means, right? And so there's oftentimes, this is the portion where I'm struggling with right now, right? I'll get that I call them intrusive thoughts or intrusive thinking, where because it's real easy to do that because it only involves me, right? And so I'll get that thought in the nighttime or in the morning. And so those are the battles that we go through, right? But that act in itself can be poisonous, especially to the addict. You know what I'm saying? And also it's, I believe in energy, and I believe that stuff, like when you do that, you're releasing your energy continuously, and everything has a destination. So if you're looking at a video or you're thinking of a person, you're continuously feeding that I would say that program, or you're feeding that person, whoever you're thinking about, right? And so the process of that's what a spiritual awakening is, you guys. That's healing. When you start to, it's not a thing of gaining at first. It's more of taking away. It's a game of elimination. When you start to do those things, you're going to awaken no matter what, because the rest of the world is not doing what you're doing. There are people, that's when you'll start to realize the angel numbers. You'll start to realize, wait a minute, why am I getting these signs over and over in repetition? You're starting to get that 1111, and you're seeing it everywhere, but you need to acknowledge it. And how do you acknowledge it? You look up the number, you find out, wait a minute, this is giving me advice. Implement the advice in your life. Or you keep seeing that hawk, or you keep seeing that freaking flamingo on a billboard. Then you see a flamingo at the zoo, and then you see a flamingo on someone's shirt. That's a spirit animal. Check out the spirit animal. What does it mean? Right? Or you hear a song. See, God is talking to you, but you're not listening. It's imperative, if you want to change your life, to listen to that guidance. See, you don't need other people. All you need is yourself, and you need the people around you, your guides. That's in a different spiritual way of looking at it, right? That's the simplest way I could put it for you. I know what I just said. For a person who doesn't understand what spirituality is, or doesn't know what the awakening process is, that advice that I just gave is really hard on the ears. That's why this movie is so crazy, because it's literally if I watched that movie, I would have never got the insight that I got now, or in the last 2 times I watched it, because I wasn't there. But the movie is literally saying the same thing, you guys. It's telling us. So there's a part where the boy kisses the girl, and so they're being medicated in the morning. So this environment, it's The Giver. The movie's The Giver. And so the environment has them living in a place where everyone's equal. There's no individuality. They don't know about pain, hurt, jealousy, envy. Everything's the same color. It's in black and white. But the person so this boy is the receiver, right? He starts receiving memories and stuff like that. Now, he starts to develop what we as humans start to develop, right? Feelings, intuition, guidance, wisdom. He's getting wisdom and knowledge. And so what he does is he knows that he loves this girl, likes this girl, and so he tells her to not take the injection in the morning, which literally the next day she starts to feel her feelings, right? And so when he kissed her, she couldn't put the words to what she's like, what is this? Or what is that? What was that? And he says to her, there's so much more. There's so much more that you need to know. That is us, you guys. We forget as human beings who we are, what we're doing here on earth. You're only visiting. We're only here for a short amount of time. You guys, I don't think it's a waste of time that I spent 33 years, or I would say 15 years in alcoholism. It gave me so many practical lessons. So what I say to you guys, is it gave me so many practical lessons, and it gave me so much wisdom, because when I woke up, I realized what I was doing and why I was doing it. So you will start to change your life in that process. So I would just say to you guys, really start looking at, if you're attracted to this video, it's happening for a reason. The words that I'm coming out are giving you reassurance. It's giving you guidance. It's going to be that motivation or that little push. I always say to myself, when I'm talking to like people that they love me and give me advice or supportive, I'm like a baby right now. I feel like, I got 2 years of sobriety almost. On the January 20th is my 2-year mark. So I always say that I'm in the baby steps of being a human again, right? Or a spiritual being, embracing who I am. So I'm like a baby, he's got his diaper on, he's barely walking, and sometimes he falls down and then he gets back up. That's me right now, and all I've done differently is I'm listening to my guidance that I'm getting from God. And God is just the way that I explain the higher self, me, right? But I'm listening to that guidance, and I listen to my intuition, and I listen to, when I get that thought, I say, you know what? I'm going to go for it. Whatever. Let's see what happens. And every time I trust my gut, I'm always in the right. But besides my gut, because your gut is a third brain. If you listen to your gut, your heart, and your mind, and it's in harmony, which is your chakras, right? If you balance and listen, because all of it is intermingled. It's all interwoven. If you start to harmonize it, you're going to be in such a wonderful place. Very difficult to do, but it's possible. It's gonna cause you to do things you don't like. Like that girl who got the kiss. She doesn't know what love is. She didn't know what he was doing, but she can tell. Like, even like her first thought was, I don't feel good. I got to go get my injection. I don't know how this feels. Her mind was going crazy and sporadic, right? She's like, I need to go get that thing that makes me feel good or doesn't feel anything. It's a medication for her not to feel herself. But that's why we're here as people. We have to feel everything. But also remember, like I said in the last video, feeling isn't always the best gauge to dictating how we're operating in our life. Because my feeling on, let's say, anger, right? I used to be mad about everything to everyone I came across. Why was I so angry? I was angry because my dad beat my ass. He used to beat my ass so bad when I was a kid. And I got to a point when I started becoming a young man where anyone who would remotely make me mad or say something to me, I would either want to beat him up because I saw my dad and that's what I wanted to do to him. I wanted revenge, right? But I held on to that anger so long and it ended up getting me into trouble after a while, right? Because you can't deal with everything in that, because everyone's seen that explosive angry person. People don't want to deal with that after a while, right? So I learned that lesson a little late, but that's what I'm saying. That's a process, right? That's the example. Anyways, guys, that's all I got. I got to make it sure I got to get into work. But I love you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. All right, guys.